government of everything.
The following thing is that if you have emigrated to a country and you commit a heinous crime, they should be able to deport you. So, for example, but if you have a child born in this country that hasn't committed a crime, I don't think we should hold that person to a standard because someone else has done a thing.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, it will happen at the start, but eventually it will slow down crime because people will be like, okay, I'm not going to go and commit this crime because my daughter doesn't deserve to get sent out of this country, my son doesn't deserve to get sent out of this country.
But if someone can logically process murder, then how would that? If someone can, if it's premeditated murder, and I can logically think, okay, I'm going to kill someone, despite the fact that I'll probably be sent to jail, how would my intentions change if I know that my son or my father would get sent back? If I was willing to kill someone, then why would I care?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I might want to kill someone because I might want to take my family back to that country, but I can't afford it.
People are missing
so now
the
I
point.
can kill someone, and my family's going to go back to
People are
Pakistan.
missing the point. People are missing the point.
Yeah.
What is the problem with getting sent back to these glorious countries like Pakistan?
It depends.
It's glorious, you know.
Why do you?
India and Pakistan. India, of course, obviously. India and Pakistan are playing cricket in Manchester now. 500,000 tickets were applied for. They love their country. They love it.
They love the cricket.
But yeah. But say to them you've got to go back there. Oh my God, no, my human rights. Oh no.
It depends
they
on the
hate their country. That's why they come to ours. Their country is a dive.
I'm from Singapore. If you send me back, I would be fine. Yeah. It depends on the country. If you're
That's what this young lady said. If somebody was to commit a crime in Thailand or Vietnam. You're going back to England. What did you think? Oh no, don't send me back to England.
You're changing the subject now. You just said you're changing your statement. Your statement was if he
quoting
commits a crime, all his family should also be punished. That's my problem with your statement.
No. I said all their families should be sent back to the country of their origin.
So
is that a punishment?
But you're using it as a punishment. You're using the deportation as a punishment. Therefore, you're extending punishment to everyone.
What makes me laugh, my friend?
For you, in your example, that is the punishment you
don't
set.
want to admit the truth.
You're
Other
engaging how much is
other
out.
countries.
I'm using your example. Let's change it if you want. Then the man goes to prison. Okay, in the UK. By your logic, the man who goes to prison, so should all his family with him.
No, never said that. Never said that.
That's what you said that.
So go back to Pakistan's a prison, yeah?
No, it's not prison, but you're involving the rest of the family. So
why should they have to suffer for that?
With all of their money, they can sell their house, everything. So if they own a house, if they own property, if they own a business, anything they own, so they're going back as millionaires.
But why should they be forced against their will to go back to their country when
because they brought up a son.
What if they have
that committed murder, committed rape. Just bring your son up in the proper way. There's not going to be a rapist and a murderer.
If it's a dad, if I didn't bring up my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your logic there then?
Huh?
So what? Oh, speeches. No.
Well, no, because the thing is, you speechless, darling. Are you hilarious? You don't want to. So if the dad. So okay. So this is the thing. So what you're saying is if the father commits a crime, what happens to the rest of the family?
Yeah.
You chose to have a daughter and a son.
Yeah.
They go back as well. And they're going to be there fatherless because you're in prison here.
Your logic by that was that you
Are you stupid
when we have
or something?
sons.
But even if they go into prison here, they're still.
Well, you're acting it. I don't think you are, but you're acting it.
I'm very stupid. I need to talk. Anyway, so stupid me. So the son, who was the father raised the son badly, so that's when he committed murder. The father should be punished, yeah. But the son didn't raise the father. So where does your logic apply?
Let me just
there?
make it very clear.
Yeah.
Anyone of non-English, non-European descent that commits crime in this land, hasta la vista, baby. You're gone.
Right now. Right.
That's not punishment.
Here we go. New example.
I would go back as far as they go back.
100% British breed.
Which is usually about 3 generations.
100% British breed.
If they're still alive, the great-grandmother sent them all back.
100% British breed.
that's not correct.
The dad kills someone. Should the British son, mother, daughter all be punished too in the prison, in the criminal justice system?
So he's getting sent back to a land that is of your ancestors' land.
Sorry, you're answering
I'm not
the
saying
question.
putting them all in
Not
prison.
answering the question. You're punishing.
Okay, go on,
according to
answer
you.
again, sorry.
So British, 100% British, yeah?
English.
Or English, whatever you want to say, UK, whatever,
Very different,
United
darling,
Kingdom,
very different.
Cockney, whatever you want to call it, right? So whatever you want to call it, Bedford, from Bedford, okay, 100%, right? The dad kills somebody. Bedford.
Oh, all right, let's
I
not
don't
be
care.
petty. Just
Bedford. I'm sorry, I'm not 100% English, I don't know. So the dad commits a
I can
murder.
tell.
Yeah, I know. So a dad commits a murder, right? Should his British or whatever you want to call it, English son, daughter be punished as well and go to prison with the dad?
What descent is he from?
I want to make
They're from here.
So where are you going to send them back to? What,
No, we're not
Northampton?
sending them to anywhere. We're sending them to prison where they belong.
I
Because
never said
according
send
to you,
them-
they brought up that father brought up a bad son. That son murdered someone because of the upbringing that they received. So this British guy has killed someone. So his dad brought him up.
So-
even though it's on this land, so the dad should go
If you haven't
to
already realised, I'm saying that British people
Yeah.
have privilege over those that are not of British
But your
descent.
punishment doesn't make sense then.
No, because we are like obviously given privilege because this is our land.
Oh, sorry, you're a what? No, what are you
Yeah.
talking
So
about?
we've
No,
got. What I'm saying is
'cause
we've
to
got enough
you-
criminals
Yeah.
committing crime in this country.
Yeah.
So what we don't need is the importation
Well,
of
your logic
foreigners.
doesn't make
to
sense.
crime.
Your
Yes, it does
logic-
to
no.
me because you're not
No,
British, you're
your
not English.
logic-
From what
your
you've own said
logic-
yourself.
your
So you're not going to
logic-
see
your
it.
logic
She's not
doesn't make
English. She's
sense.
not going to see it. No, she just told me she's not. So how is she?
We're actually, I have a British passport.
Oh, you're a
yeah, and I
British.
was born here.
Okay.
I was, sorry, because according to him, everyone from my bloodline does. So I'm not British according to him. Because my bloodline is perfectly.
He's British too.
Right. Okay.
But not according to this gentleman.
Exactly.
Kind of, yeah. It's
So what's the Calicella got to do with it?
kind of just British, like
Yeah, exactly.
stereotypical male.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that makes me British, does it?
So your
Do you like
logic.
stereotypes, yeah?
Not like you.
Should we apply stereotypes to everyone?
Yeah. If I,
Yeah, shall we? So if I
had
can
to-
take a stereotype, should we stereotype other
Should we
people?
stereotype a British man shouting over a girl?
Oh no, you didn't go there. Come on.
Are
Oh, she's fantastic.
you British? You were born in the UK.
You just pulled the card.
I pulled the
It's either the race, it's either the race card or the mail card.
It's not because how? All right, no.
I would say that I haven't spoken over you, by the way. Would you agree?
Well, you've had several times.
You have spoken over me, but I'm fine with it because I've never spoken to you. So I have no
I'm not trying to dominate because I'm a male.
You get it.
Oh, I don't.
I know, but I'm
She's trying to connotate it.
But that's between you and her then, because I had no problem with
But no, I mean, I think I've made my point quite clear.
Like,
I've got an argument. You've not got an argument.
No, I do. Because I just don't understand. So there's a punishment, and you're saying. So how do you like to refer to English people?
I mean, this is what guys got to deal with, man.
I mean, I'm English.
This is what
He's
guys
British.
got to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah, carry on. You'll be a virgin for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Is that correct?
What's that, sorry?
So English people should have one punishment for their crimes, and foreigners should have, as you call it, another punishment.
No, I'm saying in the law, you know, like, so in court, in court, there's a privilege in how you're prosecuted as a criminal. Not on the sentence for how many years you spend in time.
And foreigners should be sent back. That's what you're saying. With their families.
That's how it is anyway.
Right, but
That's already how it
your
is.
logic to that, the son.
You know that's how it is already.
The logic to you saying the son should, the father should be held for the son's actions that he didn't bring up the son correct.
Yeah.
That's not a racial.
not sure.
That's not a religious. That's nothing. That is a principle that you're applying to humanity.
That's my idea.
Right, therefore,
Yeah.
if you commit a crime, should your father be sent to jail with you along with all your family?
I never said send anybody else to jail.
But then why should they be sent out?
Well, sent back to their country of origin. Sent to their country of
What
origin.
if they weren't born there? So really, it's not.
And they don't speak their language.
That's their land. That's their
No, but
ancestral
they
land.
haven't been born
Okay, so most people born in this
They don't
country.
speak the language. They don't know that culture of their
That's the
origin.
total lie. Most people are bilingual.
not. It's-
Most
I
people
think
are
that
bilingual that are born in London.
Yeah,
Yeah, but most people, not all, but a lot of people speak a second language. Usually they get taught a
And
language
there's a
that's
lot
not their
of people that
language.
have never
So-
visited their motherland as well and don't know the culture. It happens
What I'm
to a
saying
lot
is
of
I'm trying to
people.
prevent crime from outsiders, yeah? And if it's going to take a few hundred cases, hopefully not that many, a few dozen cases, for people to realise if you commit a crime, it's not you that's just going to be punished. It's going to be those that are from the ancestral land. That's my idea. It's never going to be brought into law. Do you understand that? That's my idea. Yeah. Well, it's not flawed. If I was in charge, it wouldn't be flawed.
People don't want to actually be here, but they have to.
No,
because
no.
they have to run for their safety. So have you ever
What I'm
maybe
saying
put
is,
that into
those
consideration?
of
There's
non-European
actually people that
descent
don't
should
want to
never
be
come
in
into
Britain.
Europe committing crimes. And if
But
they
they're
do,
forced to.
then if they Forced to commit crimes. Oh my God.
What does
family
family
Are you listening to what she's saying?
I'm saying there is a lot of foreigners, you could say, that don't actually want to be here, but they are forced to for their safety.
By other
Because
foreigners.
You could say British and Americans are going into their country. Have you ever put that into
you see all of these
consideration?
big,
Maybe they don't want to be here.
You can research it yourself because it's quite obvious. You see all of these big.
I don't research things because
yeah.
they choose what we see.
No, but all of these people that are brought into Western Europe specifically, France, Germany and England, they're brought in, and they're predominantly from Romania or Slovakia, and they're brought in to work in car washes, they're prostituted, yeah, they're brought in by fellow Europeans. So I'm not just saying it's blanket of non-Europeans. What I'm saying is, if you commit a crime in this land, you're banned automatically. I don't care if your kids are born here, I don't care if your kids go to school, they go as well. Because that might be a deterrent for people to stop doing it.
North Korea as the gentleman.
North
I don't know where
Korea?
he's gone. Yeah.
So you're going to compare Britain to North Korea
No,
now?
there was a gentleman
Oh my
here
God.
who said that if someone commits a crime, not just them, 3 generations of them get punished.
Killed, not punished.
Doesn't matter. Well, that's even worse than going back.
I'm
to
talking
country.
about getting sent back to their land.
That's worse than being killed.
What, getting sent back to their homeland is
Are you
punishment?
listening to what
Free.
It's not necessarily even their homeland in the first place. Just because someone is born
this is
there.
what I mean.
You're making a lot of people very angry.
That's good.
I'm really happy personally.
They're making themselves. No. So you're not. Nobody's answering your
I'll
question.
see you later. Take
I
care.
know for being an arsehole.
Oh.
Listen, I'll never talk to you in a bar. Believe me. You know.
I love her. I love
Don't worry, darling.
With some rubber lippy on and some fake
yeah,
eyelashes, you
yeah.
might get my attention.
beautiful.
You are
Look like these girls.
Beautiful.
Like these girls.
Beautiful.
At least they wear some eye. Yeah. That's why they get my attention.
I married a man in the military that's fighting for our fucking country.
They get my attention,
so-
not you. They know how to live. That's the living.
You're really pretty. Don't
Married
worry
a
about
man
it.
in
Much
the military,
older.
so you can thank my other fucking half for saving your fucking life.
To
Enjoy
cocking.
your Stella.
To cocking. It's empty. Do you want to put it in the bin? You're such a social warrior.
So as I was saying, you were a bit rude then, not gonna lie.
Well, she wasn't rude to me. It works both ways.
No, why are you insulting her? You don't need to do that. But
Well,
anyway.
she's insulting my stereotypical British male. There's a Stella in my hand, which is empty anyway.
Anyway,
It's both ways. I'm just saying she was going to bear it to a bit of eyeliner.
to get that whole family killed than be sent away, and it still doesn't
probably killed her
them.
because she was
Is it okay to also assault me? Because I didn't touch her. Is it okay to slap me?
Don't talk to her about that. I didn't
Yeah.
touch you.
No, but what I'm saying is it works both ways. If I start slapping a girl and she wants to talk about,
I
you know,
personally have
equality,
to say I don't agree men and women should touch each other. So
well, I agree, like, if girls want to talk to me, they should wear more makeup.
Okay, well you
Think
can.
I should
pass.
wake up before
You two
they
pass,
talk
right.
to me.
He's unbelievable. I find him so funny though. I
You are actually quite. Sometimes I think it's a bit embarrassing.
You get on my nerves.
It's a bit embarrassing.
You absolutely get on my nerves. I'm thinking, please be quiet. But then sometimes you say something and I'm like, all right, I can see the man.
There's a little bit
We'll leave it
embarrassing.
at that, we'll leave
But anyway, what I was saying is, it should be more of a deterrent if all your family are killed, not just sent away killed.
But why are
they
you
still
fixated
kill
on this?
people. Because it's your point that makes
Yeah, but
no
no,
logical
I've got many
sense.
points. You're fixated on this.
Because
I've
it
got
makes
loads of
no
points.
sense to me, so I can't listen to the other ones when that one makes no sense.
Well, why don't you listen to a point that you might agree with?
Well, go on then, give me one.
Okay, so you give me a point that's
I
kind
just
of on
want
your
you to
thing.
answer that one then, because it's like you can't even
I've
answer
answered
your
it many
point.
times, you just can't comprehend it.
No,
So you're not going to agree with it, I don't expect you to.
Your
That's
logic
fine.
to punishment has already happened
no,
in
because-
another country
I
where
don't-
it's a far worse severe punishment and they still murder people.
My friend, what I said and what you said are two different things. What I said is send them back to their homeland.
Yeah.
And you saying that's a punishment. Don't get how that's a
So to
punishment.
you it is, that's the punishment. You don't want them to go to prison. You want them to, I think they should go to prison. You want to send them away. So that's the punishment you created. That's why I'm using that as an example.
No, I'm just saying that they don't get a second chance to do it here again. That's all.
Yeah, but I'm only saying that's
Most
the
people that commit
punishment.
crimes don't just commit one
I
crime.
didn't say that's the punishment you said it was. That's why I'm using it in my example to you, by the way. I think they should go to prison alone.
Yeah. And then what? When they come out, come back into society, even though they're not from this society.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, why are they here then?
All right. Well.
They've got a visa.
All right. So I'm English. If I go to name me one country, I don't care what country it is. If I commit crime in that country, after I've served my sentence, I should be deported.
Yeah, but we're talking about Pakistanis who are born here. If you were born in Germany,
I don't care if it's Pakistan,
if you
I
were
don't
born in
care any-
Germany
yeah,
and all you
send
knew
them
was
gone.
Germany and German and whatever you want to know, and you got told you have to go back to where your mother's from or your father's from, you don't know their language, you don't know anything about that country or its culture, would that not be like a prison to you?
Well,
You're being forced to come out of the
Not
country.
only that,
you
how
won't
many
know.
people are falsely accusated and they spend time in prison? Some people have been in jail for 15 years and then what? They get sent back.
Okay, we've got another question.
come on, let's go for a drink, girls. I mean, come on.
I don't drink alcohol, but anyway.
I didn't say like
We can go for an orange
Shall I say come on?
It's a drink, we know it.
No, 'cause I don't like
Well, I have a
arguing.
question. I have a British passport.
Yeah.
Okay, I was born here.
Yeah.
My mum is Irish, my dad's Tunisian.
Okay.
Okay? I commit crime. Where do I go? Well, according to you. Do I
stay
go
here.
to prison? Why? But I'm foreign,
Dad's
no?
Irish.
But I'm foreign.
My what?
Dad's Irish.
No, my mum's Irish.
But we're foreign.
I'm foreign, no?
All right, so it's based on what crime you commit as well.
Okay, murdered someone.
Oh, no, he's changing.
So now you're basically talking to me like a prime
because
minister,
you-
yeah?
no,
So
you
I'm
have
the prime
a-
We
minister.
you
cut
have
half
the
of you.
law.
Half goes back to Tunisia, the other half goes back to Ireland.
In body bags.
Oh, we do like
If you want to make
shoes
my
only, yeah?
argument like
No,
sound
no.
stupid,
No, no.
and you're basing it on individuals.
I have to because there's a law and the
You're based
law
on
has
you.
to apply to all individuals. So of course,
All right.
if I commit the crime,
Okay.
how
So
what my
if
sentence
you
be?
commit the crime,
I murder someone.
yeah, if you murder someone,
Yeah.
yeah, bearing in mind you're born here,
Yeah.
I'm saying it's those that are not born here. So
Okay, so wait, there's a Pakistani of descent born in the UK, British passport,
Yeah.
murder someone. Does he go to prison?
his mum and dad,
Yeah.
both Pakistani, born Pakistani.
Yeah, but they're born here.
I'll put it up to the jury.
What? No, it's yes or no. You're the
I'll put it up,
judge.
no,
You're
because
the
I'm not
judge.
judge, jury and
You're the
execute. I'll put it to the jury.
What if they came at age 2? What if
Because
they
that's
came
what
at
jury
age
is. So I would say, right, there is an argument that the whole family should go
That's
back.
applied to
Put it to the
everyone.
jury.
That's
So
applied to
look at it, the
everyone.
connotation, yeah, and
But
it's
deep
up to
down
the
inside,
jury.
you've got your answer of where you think they should go. So what?
Me
is it?
personally, yeah, if I was judge, I'd say, yeah, I've made that
You've
quite
left us
clear.
here.
Yeah, no, but
Why are we staying?
I'm saying a jury. So if it was policy, I'm not a dictator. My policy, I'm not a dictator. I wish, yeah. But what I'm saying, if it was enshrined into law, and you'd committed murder, and your dad's of Tunisian descent, and your mum's of Irish descent, and it was put to the jury, and it was said, right, this lady, she's not of European descent wholly, her mum is, her dad is, the jury would be and ahhing, and they would make a decision based on the majority, right? That's fair enough.
My mum's Irish.
That's what I'm
another
saying.
country.
Yeah, but it's of European descent.
So 6 months there,
Okay,
6 months there.
So I've just answered your question. I'll put it to the jury.
Brexit has happened. We are no part of
Okay,
Europe.
so
What's
I've
happening
answered
now?
your question straight up. I've answered it blatantly straight. Anyone that asks me a question, which I find is privileged, nobody answers. If you ask me,
Pigmentation. No, honestly, it's a pigmentation.
it's a mentality, it's a mindset.
Pigmentation.
The Western mind is a
It's a
mindset.
white skin. Can I just be honest with you? Is that what
It's a
comes down
mindset.
to?
It is a white skin, but it's also a
Okay, so
mindset.
the Pakistanis somehow turned out white. They're an albino. Now what happens?
An albino. Now you're just being stupid.
No,
Why?
but you have to. You have to talk
Yes,
about
he
this
has.
because
What-
it cannot
What if it's
How
a
many
Danish man?
albinos
What
are
if it's a
there?
Danish
There are
man?
some.
What if it's a Danish man?
Some.
A Danish man.
Yeah.
I know what
Well,
you
it's of European descent. So send it back to them.
So why is it Europe and not UK?
I don't know. No, it's not. If you commit a crime,
Algeria. There's some women in Algeria.
this is what I mean. So I spent the last half an hour and nobody's listened.
Why if he's South African? Why if he's South African? But
No,
why?
we really have. Really.
No,
My brain is frazzled. I can't listen to any more,
Right.
mate.
Okay.
What if he's South African, but part of the white people of South Africa?
What if you this? What if you that?
No,
What if an
yeah,
American, an expat American comes to here,
Yeah.
and they're living here for 10 years, they have British citizenship, right? They're going to commit a crime. I don't know, they're going to murder someone.
Which has already happened many times.
All right. Are they going to go back to Britain?
no, they
No,
go
they
to
go back to
Tunisia.
America.
That's how they go to Tunisia.
But
That's how it works.
America was a British colony. They should go back to Britain, right?
Right, now you're just being like,
No, she's got
have
a
a
point.
point.
She's got a point.
oh my
She's got a
god.
point.
So, like, I'm sorry.
You
but, like,
can't do that every time you don't have an answer. Just go, I don't know.
So she's,
Fine,
no, wait.
fine.
Are you going
You don't listen to anything I say. Why don't you listen? You're just being a troll. Why are you being a troll?
I'm not sure.
Why are you being a troll?
definitely
I'm
not
straight
a troll.
up.
I give you an answer, you can't answer it. How am I a troll?
No.
If you're right,
You
you
are
always
being
have
a
an
troll.
answer, isn't it? You don't have one.
No. I'm not saying that just because I have an answer, it's right. Yeah. I'm willing to
But you
admit
don't
when I'm
have an
wrong.
answer sometimes.
Unfortunately, I've not been proven to be wrong.
You have.
There's nothing wrong with going. Let me think about that before I
You
answer.
believe that you're not wrong. So even if someone says you're wrong, you're going to think you're right. So in your mind, you're
If you can
always
prove
right.
I'm wrong, great.
You know what? You're
We basically have because we've made points.
I
that
got
you've
three
been like,
beautiful
oh,
girls
I
arguing with me. Of course, I'm having a laugh.
Oh wow.
and they're wrong, which even makes it even funnier.
We're not.
So when okay, so let me ask this young lady: when an American comes to Britain, has lived in Britain for 10 years, this is what you said. So I'm quoting what you just said.
Yeah, no, sorry. Can you
So when an American comes to Britain, lives in Britain for 10 years, commits a crime, where are we going to deport him back to? Britain? And no, that's America. It's a colonisation. I mean, come on, darling.
Okay,
I mean, what are you going on
think about it, because why would you even in the first place deport them? Even like
because they've committed a crime not in their land. They want to commit crime, go and commit it in their land. It's very simple. If I go to a country and I commit a crime, which I would never think of because it's disgusting to go to another country to commit a crime. I mean, to go to another, you're a guest of that country. You are a guest.
But
when you enter that country, yes, you are, because when you go into the airport,
when you have a British passport,
doesn't matter. What's that?
But then you're confusing a holiday to wherever you want to Benidorm or whatever to residency. If they've got a passport, there's a very big.
So they should be allowed to commit a crime if they got. As soon as you got a passport, because that's what happens.
If they've got British passport, where are you sending them
Is your
back?
issue that they commit a crime or that they're someone else? Because the issue for me is the crime. It's not that it's someone from another country.
No, it's both. It's both.
Why is it both?
I just don't get how this is being. Everyone here is saying I'm wrong. This is how backwards, seriously backwards it's become. Do you not agree that if I go to a country and commit a crime, I should be not only punished in that country for the crime that I've committed, but also sent back?
What kind of crime? You're twisting it now.
I'm twisting it.
Wait. If you have a passport of that country, I do not think you should be sent back. No.
Ladies,
comes back to if you're a resident,
Yes.
you're a responsibility of that country.
Yeah.
So if you're a if someone from another country comes here and gets residence, they're the responsibility of Britain. Yeah. That's
You
it.
haven't insected me, by the
So
way.
full stop. That any punishment needs to be held in this country. You can't punish someone.
We're not
and then
talking
Right,
about bags up
so do you know? Okay. All right, let me answer the gentleman's point. So you can become a resident in this country within 5 years. You cannot speak a word of English.
Actually, they do. Actually, there is a
Yeah, but
test that they do.
the fault
There is. It's actually a very difficult test. I looked at the questions and I was like, what? Is that in 1506?
How new is that test since the Conservatives? The last 10
You would
years?
pass that test. I'm not being rude. Honestly, you have to study. It's like who was the king in 1506 and what was his daughter's name. It's very hard.
test-
Luckily enough, I don't have to take it.
Yeah, there you go. But then they're probably more British than
If
you.
I want to go to another land, but there's no other land that's better than this, I don't need to go there. But what you're saying is
That's your opinion.
because name me somewhere else in
Where'd you go for holiday?
who else are drowning?
Do you go on a plane?
Can I ask you a question?
No.
Can I say something?
Go to Great Yarmouth.
In America.
Oh, he's
To Boston.
Right, no, but no. Let me.
Machines, love those.
Boston.
That's
you know
what I mean. Yeah,
Boston
just
in
take
America?
them. Yeah, I fish for crab. Yeah, you come look at it.
Machine.
I actually enjoy crabbing. I enjoy that. I think
Yeah, it's good fun, especially if you
Done
catch
it in
them.
Waco.
Yeah, if you cook them and that on the barbecue,
I also
it's
did it in
nice.
Tunisia. It was great.
Yeah, but the thing is, I want to promote this country, and you want to, for me, wanting to stick up for it, you want to. You don't just want to argue with me. You want to tell me that.
It's because it's just justifying that, that.
Well, the
we're not
deportation
talking
of criminals.
Look,
No, but their
right, here we
families
go.
as well.
Yeah.
And their families.
If
What's
there's a
wrong with
person-
sending their
if a
families back
person
to their
comes
country
here
of
on
origin?
holiday,
Is it their country that
If a
bad?
person comes here on holiday,
Yeah.
I'm not disputing what you're saying.
But it's-
I agree.
Why?
if someone come on a holiday,
Why not? What's what? Well, not sending them to prison, sending them back to their country of origin.
You
Is
know
their
what bad
country
is
that bad?
when you hear that they smuggled a bit of Charlie over the
With the money, so if they own a house,
about residency.
the state buys the house off them, they give them all the money what the house is worth plus 50%, and they send. What's wrong with that? So they're going back to their country as millionaires, and that's a punishment. That just shows that their country is a
Sometimes it doesn't matter
shithole.
how much money you have.
depends where you live.
Yeah. But they're not agreeing with our values. You don't bring your son up to start raping native women.
Okay, but the son didn't
Yeah.
bring up the father to rape women. He was born.
So there are many
You're answering
people.
that.
There are
You're not answering
there are
it.
many people
You're
from
not
the
answering it.
yeah. So let's get deep then. If you
No,
girls want to
you
get
keep-
deep, I can get deep
you
into
keep
this
saying
because
he
I'm being
brought up
very
the
nice
son.
in this debate. But you want to continue this? So
You keep
I can
saying he
continue
brought up
this.
the son. Well, the son didn't bring up the father if he
Right,
committed the
right.
crime.
So-
So why is he getting accountable?
So in court, there's transcripts in court of
Yeah.
Pakistani men in the north of England saying this is our
You really
culture.
don't like Pakistanis, do you?
Our culture, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop saying that. It's British culture. It's been
Right. I said in the north of England. Right. So I said, do you want to go deep? I can go deep. I've read the transcripts of court, so I'm on about. So this is what I mean. No problem. I'll be the only man standing here talking the truth. I'll be the only man standing here talking the truth.
You're
Yeah?
talking bigotry.
Yeah, bigotry. So I'm talking about girls getting groomed and raped, and I'm a bigot. Thank you.
There's also British men raping babies.
So I will continue.
Saying British people don't rape people.
Here we go. Same old connotations. Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, what? He was a
Same old
rapist. What do you want me to say? He was.
No, he was a murderer.
He also did rape. He also
Well,
did rape people.
well, what was Jack the Ripper known for? He was ripping the whole bodies apart. You couldn't even tell if they were raped or not. Like, all of the girls were ripped to pieces. You couldn't tell if they were raped because they were totally dismembered. Anyway, I said if you want to go deep, I can go deep. I don't mind. I'm the one that's talking about girls, and you're the one talking about why should family members of a certain origin, and I'm saying no, let's blanket it, and I'm saying this is why I've come to this conclusion, is because when men are going not guilty, because they do go not guilty, when they go not guilty, and what they're saying is this is our culture, because the difference between white paedophiles, which is wrong, and they get, thing is,
I think you're minded by the sound of it. White paedophiles are alright. It's almost they're not. Because where are you going to send them to?
Who said that?
By the way, you're making it sound. You can't send them anywhere, right? But you can send Pakistanis back to Pakistan.
Believe me, I would cut them straight away.
What are you going to do?
I would finish, if white paedophiles, any paedophiles, I would hang them.
Then you should also do that same to the Pakistani ones.
Yeah.
If you're
But
going
that's
to be
racist.
just, and
all of them, yeah.
But you're making things
But actually, I'm a decent person and say no, send them back to Pakistan, let them live there.
we don't. Well, that's not decent.
Anyway, let me finish the point. Let me finish the point. Okay.
That doesn't make sense. You're going to have to address that one.
No, because I'm getting from all angles. I'm getting it from all angles, and when I'm in motion, I'm trying to say my point. I'm getting stopped left, right, and centre.
No, but that doesn't make sense, to be honest.
So when there's white paedophiles and white rapists, do they do it with their brother-in-law? Do they do it with their cousin? Are they grooming with their family members? They're lone wolves.
Have you been to Norwich?
These are convicted. Okay, so I make a statement, I ask a question, you don't want to ask. So when you say, why send the families also with them? Because these young men are getting it passed down from someone that it's okay for white girls, because they're not doing it to Pakistani girls. They're not, yeah. You don't want to listen. So this is why I've come to the conclusion to send them all back if they commit a crime.
And the doctors. Send all the doctors back. My friend, can I have your attention? And the doctors.
Yeah, you're going to be really screwed then.
Send all the doctors back.
Can't even get a doctor's appointment. Go into a doctor's around London. I'm going to start going into the job centres and the GPs and looking how many English people are waiting for an appointment. You lot are a joke. You lot are a joke.
What's your doctor's name?
I haven't been to the doctor in years.
You don't disagree
There's nothing wrong with me. Does it look like there's anything? Why would I go to the doctors? I ain't on benefits. I work for a living. The people that go for a doctors need a sick note. Or to sort out their female genital mutilation. Yeah, they need stitching up proper.
Oh, that was
All right then. Okay. Yeah.
We are women, and as women,
and I'm the one sticking up for women, and you're the one going against me.
You're putting words in
That
my
was a
mouth.
cheap shot.
You want to hear something? I live in Toronto. There's a bunch of white kids from upper class, middle class families. They're doing drugs, they're drinking, and they're basically
Because they don't know who they are.
Very true.
No, that's not them not knowing who they are. That's the
I
difference
know
between-
loads of-
because if a Pakistani boy, if a black boy would have done it, they would have put in prison for 10 years.
Is that it? 10 years, is that it?
I love my
Yeah, because this is our land. We have privilege over brown people and black people.
You know what? My dentist is
Yeah, straight.
Pakistani. He's fantastic.
This is our land. That's not racist.
My dentist is fantastic. And he's Pakistani.
Your dad?
My dentist.
Oh, your dad.
I really appreciate
Oh, your
him
teeth are
being
great.
here.
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
Great.
and he's very kind, and I really appreciate him being
Mine-
here. Do you want to send him back? He's going to do my teeth.
If he does something wrong, then yeah.
Reason. Why not like that? Why can't we use
If I do a bad crime, I should be killed. But luckily enough, I've got morals and decency, so I wouldn't.
You can just send people back to this country, back to their country.
Back to their country. You can't even help but say it. So why is it exactly? Yeah. That's their land.
This is the place I'm.
I know who I am. This is the thing. This is the thing.
This is where I get confused with your view. Look, I agree with you up until the
I
point.
know who I
I
am.
agree with you
So
up
do
until
I.
the
I'm
point.
British.
Right?
British,
I
yeah.
agree with you.
What? Pakistani British?
There's a point. If somebody comes here on holiday,
Flag in my house.
I'm not confused.
if someone comes here on holiday and does a crime, yes, I do think
And
they
I
should
sing
be sent
God
back.
Save the Queen.
You're not English, so are you? You're not English, so are you? I'm English. British means nothing to me. You can't, yeah. You're English. Yeah, all right. Yeah. He's English, is he?
Am I
Looks it.
English?
Because to you,
Why? Why?
Sorry, you're very British. Descent of Tunisian.
But you're not 100%. We took you're probably a bit German and you're a bit Austrian, I don't know, a bit Viking.
Well, my mum and dad were born here, their mum and dad were born here.
Okay, wait, so I was born here. When I get married to Keith, I don't know, from another country, and he has his passport, we're going to have a British baby, yeah? Because we both have British
I know you hate me because I'm a thoroughbred.
I don't hate you. I don't hate
No, you do. I'm a pedigree.
I don't hate you.
It's just
I'm
you
a
give
pedigree.
English
Yeah?
people a bad
Yeah, I'm a pedigree. That's it. And that's why you hate me, because you lot are mixed. You don't know who you are. You're mixed up races, mixed up in the head. Whereas I know who I am. I know where I come from. You're British, you're Pakistani, you're half Tunisian, you're half Irish, you're this, you're that, you're everything. I know who I am. I'm a pedigree. That's why everyone's hating on me.
Do you love English guys?
Yeah.
No,
No, I'm defending myself. I'm defending myself. I'm getting attacked from left, right and centre. I'm getting attacked from everywhere. Telling me I'm this, telling me I'm that.
Oh, you scared?
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Excuse me, Miss England, where was the Magna Carta signed? Where? You're England, you should be able to tell me.
Well, you know, you're English, you tell me.
You're
English.
I can tell you
Where was it signed?
It was signed in Runnymede.
Right.
So can you tell me when it was signed? No, you can't.
Who signed
you
it?
Missed England. You tell me.
Who signed it?
You seem to know.
No.
You missed England.
I wasn't the one
I'm a foreigner according to you.
So now I'm the one that said I know. I never mentioned Magna Carta.
That's English. It's part of our constitution.
So you just tell me what I mentioned. This is what I mean. This is what happens when people have sex with their cousins and have children. Swear down. Inbred stuff. Inbred stuff.
Please don't talk about inbred. Really English are really known for that. So don't do it. Did I tell you the joke that they have for the people in North?
Do you know what? I thought you was going to. Are you
The
from
high
Norfolk then?
six. No, but the high six, because everyone there is inbred apparently, and you wear a six finger because it's a joke.
No. Listen, mate. I'm fighting fire with fire. I'm fighting fire with fire.
I don't have any fire.
Don't mind.
We just trying to dispel your ignorance.
No, yeah, I'm playing ignorance. I never mentioned Magna Carta, and you're trying to trick me. And then you said, where was the Magna Carta signed by? And I said, I don't know. Who signed it?
No, you should know. If I say what's the
Who signed
capital
it?
of London, if I say what's the capital of London, the capital
What's
of
the
England,
capital?
sorry. If I say what's the capital of England, if you're going to tell me London, then you need to go read a book, my friend.
And you need to become more English.
Become more English.
Do you know what? Luckily enough, I feel it. It's in my blood. In my blood. I feel it. Yeah. I don't look in the mirror and lie to myself.
In all fairness,
Who's the current monarch?
I know the truth. I feel it running through my veins. Unlike you lot, you have this lie running through your veins of something that you're not. And I feel sorry for you. It must be so shit not knowing who you are, being confused. I'm British, I'm Pakistani British, I'm half it, half that. God bless you. God bless you.
And that Magna Carta, did she die in vain? That's what I want to know. Was it for nothing?
Well, apparently it's for...
Right,
I get it each time.
One second. Pedigree breeds. He's taking more interest in your country than you have, because he's gone and looked at the history of this country.
This is my country. I want to know about my country. I pay more taxes than most people.
Silly me.
So, yeah. Listen, I'm
Great. Great. So why are you not having my corner then?
Your corner, because your corner's...
Because
you make no
you're his
sense.
enemy apparently.
No, I'm not.
He's your enemy
You
apparently.
haven't listened to me.
You've not made an argument which...
What's my argument then? What's my argument?
Your argument is if a Pakistani man commits a
No, that
crime
wasn't-
or
that
whatever, all his family needs to be held accountable and sent back to Pakistan.
No. I was actually approached for a discussion, and it's gone totally screw with, which always happens.
This is a discussion.
No.
She's just saying the statement.
Yeah, like,
My point is,
If you don't like the
Being-
statement, then you can retract it.
being English. No, I stand by what I say.
Then that's your
Being English.
I stand by what I say.
Being English is an ethnicity. Do you agree with that?
No.
No?
It's a nationality. It's a nationality.
So what is
I'm
it?
English.
You're English,
I
yeah?
said it's a nationality.
So being English is not an ethnicity.
No, it's not.
yeah.
So being European is not an
German
ethnicity.
calls, the Queen calls herself English, and she's my ancestor is British.
So what is ethnicity then? Nothing.
Why
If-
is
if-
ethnicity?
So if So if everything is just mixed up, ethnicity doesn't exist. Just like gender, right?
Gender does exist.
Gender doesn't exist. So no.
Not according to
No,
English
I'm asking you a
school
question.
teachers, it
Does ethnicity exist or not?
You white, I'm brown. So yeah, it does. Clearly it does.
So there we go.
The gentleman behind you is black. Yeah, we are made in colours.
Right. So I'm English. Yeah.
It's just pigmentation.
It's just pigmentation.
Yeah, you're white.
Yeah, I'm white. I'm of European descent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not
And
of
you're
English
of
descent, you're
South
European.
Asian descent, right? This gentleman there is of African descent.
So-
What's the problem with saying that? That's just how that's biology.
Nothing wrong with that. We agreed.
Yeah.
You white.
But you're
you
saying
black,
you're
I'm
English.
brown.
You're not.
I'm English.
No, you're
The
not.
difference between English.
Your values might go along with
See, now,
English
here's the
history.
thing. This is
You're
racism. Which
This is
which
racism.
you
It is.
I'm about to say you're British. So is that
No,
also
I'm English.
You
racist?
just said he's not. No, stop it now.
You identify.
Stand by
So
what
I'm
you're saying.
identifying
So am I
as a-
being
as a brown
transphobic by saying to a woman that's now a man, am I being transphobic when I say, well, you know, you can describe yourself as being a woman, but you know, you're a man biologically. Is that also, am I being transphobic there?
You could make him sad.
No, am I being transphobic there?
But wait,
Yeah. So, but I'm being racist when I say, no, because it's a straw man. It's always.
Somebody said British. Politically, they are British, but not ethnically.
Listen.
Ethnically, they are not British. I'm not British.
No, ethnically they're not
Only
English.
politically. I'm
British is not an
because
ethnicity.
I've got a
British is an idea.
citizenship.
Yeah? No, my friend, sorry, you're missing the point. British is different between being English, right?
okay, so a Welsh.
I agree.
So Welsh people are white then. You can't be a brown Welsh person.
Well, obviously not.
Why not?
Well, why not? Because it's not their ethnicity.
not their
Being
ethnicity.
Welsh has gone
Okay,
back
so-
1,000 years.
Okay, so
I mean,
basically,
how?
do you know who the cheese is? Do you know the cheese man, or the oldest Brit they found in history, whatever?
Cheddar man.
Cheddar man, that's the one.
10,000
This is
years
embarrassing.
Okay, cheddar man.
This is
Oh, we
embarrassing.
should be
Cheddar
using that word now.
What colour
What?
was cheddar man?
Embarrassing.
Brown, brown,
Mate,
right? Brown,
I'm
red,
not
right?
embarrassed. Mate, listen, I
What's
walked into this
What's
park
what
within
colour was
30
cheddar
seconds
man?
and it's been like this for about 6 hours.
was
I
black,
enjoy the
isn't he?
intention. It means
I
people
can
will.
tell you love
Yeah,
the
do you know
intention.
why
No,
though? No, do you know why? It's because I've got a point that people are not used to hearing.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah, it is. Otherwise, I wouldn't listen to it. Otherwise, I wouldn't listen to it.
It's not.
Yes, it is. Otherwise, I wouldn't be worth listening to, and you wouldn't listen and you'd walk away. Because I've not come up to anyone today.
We said to you when mixed.
your
We
English
did
You did come
come
to Speaker's Corner to have a discussion on your viewpoints, though.
Because that's against the you might
I'm not
make
going to
people
start
sad.
saying to someone of Indian or Chinese or Asian descent that they are not Chinese or they are not Asian.
Okay, listen.
And I would not say to an African, they are not African.
They could be Anglo-African.
They can be Anglo-African. This is what I mean. This big mix ain't good for anyone.
To be honest, like we were saying about the whole English-British thing, because I don't classify myself as English. I classify myself as British because I have a British passport. But still, what are you saying? But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. And this gentleman, look, at the end of the day,
This answer my question. Cheddar man, yeah?
Yeah.
What colour was he?
well, I think you're going to have to look into that again.
No, I'm asking
into
you.
that again. Yeah.
So I think he was black
Did-
as far as I'm aware.
Right, yeah. Well, you're going to have to look into it because I do think that's been debunked. I think it's been debunked.
No, he's black and white.
At the
or
moment, he's
whatever
black.
colour.
It's been debunked, and it's from the BBC or someone like that. Yeah?
No. This is scientific research.
No, yeah, if you believe that kind of stuff. Anyway, let's look at the here and now, me and you. Listen, my friend, right? I actually take it as a massive, massive privilege that you class yourself as an Englishman. I really do. I think it's an admirable thing. I really do. Like, if you base it upon...
No, it's
No,
great
because
than
I do.
somebody identifying as
No,
Dutch.
you said you are.
Yeah, no, I identify
Sorry,
as
what
Dutch.
colour?
I think that's...
What's that?
Yeah, that's cheddar man.
What colour is that to you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
what colour is
That's
that
from
to you?
thousands of years ago.
What colour is that to you?
That
Simple
looks like somebody out of The
question.
Exorcist going...
What
with his head across
colour
somewhere.
is that to you?
If you believe this kind of stuff,
What
that's
colour
why
is it to you?
people shouldn't be
Are you going to
debating
answer
this
the
kind of
question? You
nonsense.
don't like it,
This
do
is
you?
science.
That looks somebody like The
I didn't
Exorcist,
ask
that
you what they
woman
look
with a
like. I
cross
said,
on the
what colour
bed.
are they
That's
to
what it
you?
looks like.
What colour are they to
Seriously,
you?
that's what it looks
What
like.
colour are they to you?
Well, I don't
Science
know.
and
You don't know.
It doesn't look like
You
a
don't know
human.
what colour they are.
Science
They
and
are.
reason.
It looks
What
like one
colour's that?
person.
What colour's that? What colour are you wearing?
Don't demean it, because you've done really well. Don't demean yourself to this nonsense.
Do you know
Out of a
what's
horror.
embarrassing? Do you know what's embarrassing? You can't tell me what colour that is.
So I'm.
What colour is that?
You know what it
Simple
is?
question.
That's not a real person.
Okay, the dummy. What colour is the dummy?
Okay, you tell me.
No, you tell me. I asked you.
Because it's not a real
No,
person.
you're
What
really
colour is it to
avoiding
you?
this. Like, just
Actually, you know what?
That's
It's
'cause his
brown.
English
It's
history is at
brown.
stake here.
What colour is it?
This has proven this guy.
Don't
This is
please don't run me
embarrassing.
for the tells me what colour this is.
This is embarrassing.
Do you know what's
It is, so
embarrassing?
answer
You
it
can't
then.
tell me what colour
So
that is.
this is how the English people started off.
What
Yes.
colour's
So
the rubber? What colour's
this
the
is where
rubber?
David Beckham
What colour's the rubber
came
to
from.
you?
This is
What
where
colour's the what
Brad
colour's the
Pitt,
Max?
Brad Pitt descendants
Look
of
his
them.
eyes,
the same eyes. You get the
Oh
same eyes.
my
with him.
God.
Yeah.
Wait, does he look? Wait, does he look more like him or me?
Those eyes.
And he get my hair and
Who-
look at his eyes.
Put him
I'm
against
more
him and
British
put
than
him
you
against
Those
me.
are the
Then I'm
same
more
eyes.
British than you.
Him and me. Who looks more similar to that person, me or him?
Those eyes are
Yeah.
That is
If you want to play that game, who
at
looks
the
more
eyes.
similar?
See your eyes. Look at your eyes,
Come
man.
here.
You know what now
Who
you got your
look?
passport?
Who
Your
look?
eyes.
Who look?
And my hair. You get
That
my eyes. Your eyes.
person,
Look at
he's
eyes.
from Africa, I'm from Europe.
Your eyes. You get your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get your eyes.
Are you mixed to make
Right
it?
now, you in my country then, because he looks more like me. But it's all right. You can stay. No, it's okay. You can stay. You can stay.
Straw man, straw man, straw
All right,
man.
you can stay. Yes, you can stay.
Okay.
Listen, what I'm saying
No,
is,
the fact
But
that you're not
you're
going to tell me
going
what
to jail,
colour
though.
that is we can't move forward here.
No, he knows what. We're just gonna play it
No,
down.
we can't do that.
don't demean yourself to
The
that
wax
level.
model, the wax model. What colour is the wax model to you?
Listen, we know you don't like science.
Why would you
We
need
know
You need to
you
go back
hate
to school and learn your
education.
colours.
It's
then.
obviously
Go
black.
back to school. Oh, obviously black. There we go,
Why?
black.
Do you know what I mean?
People have a problem with science and education.
Who invented science? Who's the science? Who are the? Name me one person of Asian or South Asian. Name me one scientist. Like a Darwin. Like
Like a Darwin. You tell me what I've got. Algebra.
Oh, the algebra one. I've heard that about 5 times. Well,
Okay.
who invented the clock, the iPhone, shoes,
Answer me this about Darwin. Was Darwin the first?
false teeth,
iPhone
the
is
tube, the train,
Syrian. He's a Syrian.
penicillin,
Listen.
the plane.
Okay.
Do you want me to continue?
Listen, let me talk.
It's embarrassing.
Nonsense.
Boxing.
You
Show
mentioned
me one
Darwin.
embarrassing person here.
Listen, you mentioned
No,
Darwin.
no, I'm just. I'm
You
really
it
not.
took me 20 minutes to get colour out of you. That's really
No, because I didn't want to dig your grave for you, Dan. I really didn't.
Listen, I'm sorry to say, yeah, but it's an absolute embarrassment
didn't want
if
to
you
dig my
think.
grave for me, but
It's an embarrassment that you think you're English. That's what's embarrassing. Start from that connotation. You're British. You're not English. Yeah? Let's make that very
Okay,
clear.
That's fine. That's fine. Listen, it's an embarrassment.
That's embarrassing to
It's
your people that you
embarrassment
say you're
that you
English.
think science is originated in this
It's like me saying I'm Indian. I'm
years
Indian.
ago,
I'm
people are
Indian.
dying because they weren't having a shower.
Listen, if
That's
somebody
what's
come
embarrassing.
from Germany,
You want to start saying what's embarrassing is you saying you're English. Start from
he
there.
get
Why is
blue
that
eyes
embarrassing?
and he's white and come
Because
to
you're
you,
not.
I'm
Is it that embarrassing to be
Are you
English? I
gonna
don't think
believe
so.
You should be proud of your heritage. You should be proud of your ancestry.
I'm proud of my British heritage, English heritage, British heritage, the Pakistani heritage.
Pakistani
I'm a
heritage.
global citizen.
Global citizen.
Global citizen, why not?
A citizen of everywhere is a citizen of nowhere.
That's again a punchline cliche, yeah. Oh, let's go for
And it must hurt.
Tagline.
I know. No, it doesn't. It brings me with joy. When I go to bed tonight, I know who I
Where
am.
did this all stem from?
I love it.
Tommy,
I know.
That's where it comes from.
Love
Tommy,
it.
he got
I
arrested.
love knowing who I am.
Answer what happened. And last year, he tried to climb over 10 Downing Street for Tommy. And what happened? He got arrested.
Leave off, did you?
He likes the police arresting people. You like the police arresting
No,
people?
but honestly,
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
Where did
not?
this stem from? Like this.
I love my people.
what
I love my
happened?
culture.
I-
I love my
your
culture that
people love
much. Everybody wants to come to it. And then when they come to it, they want to tell me it's bad.
And then
It's
your
wrong.
people, someone like Tommy,
That's what I think
saying
it
your
was.
people,
That's
he's
always the
one of your
case.
people. He's saying he's
All
out
you
here
have
trying to
will
help
be
people like the Asians that are getting.
To me, Tommy's a lefty.
It's a really.
Quite sad.
I support Tommy. Tommy's a lefty.
He's an
Everyone
educated.
calls
Did
him
you
a
not
racist.
get arrested for him?
I didn't get arrested for him. I got arrested for my own actions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
if
you're
you
happy
are-
to support the police arresting people. Yeah.
Yeah.
What started all of this off? Because as a child, I doubt that you had this sort of
I-
this
well,
hate for foreigners.
So where did it
what
come
has
from?
influenced you? Because if it's a man and if it's Tommy, I find it very sad that you.
I just said to you, Tommy's a liberal to me.
No, someone.
Yeah, you see Tommy,
People like
he's
him
in the
get
middle.
bullied in
Okay.
school.
Bullied
Their whole
in
life. Someone. Yeah, 100% you got bullied in school.
Bruv, because I look like somebody don't got bullied.
Yes, 100%.
Why do people who are bullied have a look?
No, because I wouldn't be here. If I could get bullied, I
I
wouldn't
got
be
bullied
here.
at school.
Yeah, it's not a shame.
So what's wrong with that?
Okay, well that's the shit. Yeah, okay,
I
fair
got
enough.
bullied for being tiny.
Well, I made sure people didn't get bullied. Let me just put it that way.
Okay, but now you
I'm
want to
not
go
one of
bullying
these.
coloured people now.
But you
though.
Well, no matter what colour
you
they
did
were.
just
Now
say,
you
do
wanna
I
bully
look like
people,
I was
though,
bullied? So do
Now
I
you
look
wanna
like I
bully
was
people.
bullied?
Yeah, now
Do
you
you
want
have
to
a
get rid
look
of
if you're
people.
bullied?
You want to bully people who
you
are
have to
brown.
have a look?
I'm saying if I was Prime Minister, I was in charge. I'm not in charge, so this is hypothetical.
It is hypothetical.
If I was in charge, you'd have been gone 5 minutes ago. On the plane, gone.
But there isn't a flight.
I don't mind what people say. I don't listen. I come here because I'm
I
interested
really
in
want to know
what
where
people
this
are
stemmed
saying.
from. I want to actually know where this stemmed from.
What's
As in, like,
You got this
as in,
deep
why
What
do
being-
you
What about
you have
10 o'clock?
Do you agree? Do
And
you?
the only reason why
I'll
now,
tell you. I'm going to tell you.
No, can I just say something? The only reason why you seem fairly
Passionate.
nice at the moment is because I know it's because
Oh,
you're by
thank you.
yourself and you're surrounded by people. If you're with your cult, you could say.
I don't have any friends, by the way.
Oh, makes sense.
I don't mix with anyone.
I feel like I've seen you in a video before, quite a few. Anyways, I feel like you can have a very, very
When they came
demonising
here
side
screaming,
to you.
Tommy,
I feel like
Tommy,
you could.
what happened?
What's that, sorry?
I feel like you can have a demonising side to
very
you if
nasty
you're with
side.
your people. you
A
could say.
demonising.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I feel-
100%, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what
I
I'm saying.
agree.
So where did that hate come from? Because it doesn't come from nowhere. Has something happened?
So would you? No. So would you say no? It's not what's happened to me. It's what's happening to my people. What's happening? Well, I'm going to say. Would you say that minorities get treated like shit?
Sorry.
Would minorities get treated
By white people, yeah.
like shit? Yeah.
By white people,
Not all, some.
Yeah, but minorities get treated quite badly,
By
right?
white people, yeah.
So white English people are in the minority in London, yeah? Like I live in London, so I'm the minority. So I get treated like shit. Thank you. So that's where it comes from. You just answered my question without realising.
You guys get treated very well. You even get spoken very well about the media.
White privilege.
White man. It's
White privilege, yeah.
So
You asked where it's from, and I asked you, do you believe that minorities get treated bad?
That's you, look at you.
And you think Bart would have melt? And you think Bart would have melt?
Yeah, but listen, that's the government, and that's a long time ago. But what I'm saying is, minorities.
I do have a question though then.
No problem.
Right, if an Englishman rapes a foreigner,
Yeah.
what happens there? That lady was
Very
doing
rare,
nothing.
very rare, very
It still
very
happens.
rare.
Very
Very
rare.
rare.
Have you not
Life,
heard
life.
Have you?
Life.
Don't know
Not
what
allowed
they're
out.
doing in
Life.
Thailand.
Not allowed out of
We spoke
prison.
about that. We spoke about that.
Not allowed out.
What
Not allowed
was
out of
in
prison. Not allowed out.
What about death penalty?
If it was
What about white
going there.
priests? Churches?
They would have been getting crucified. If I had any chance, I'd have crucified every single one of them myself. So I'm not like basing it on race.
So are you a Muslim as well then, are you? No. Because they believe in crucifixion.
Well, in which case
It was a question. I'm obviously
In
not
Saudi
Muslim.
Arabia,
I'm not
Yeah,
Muslim.
but Saudi
Do you understand
Arabia
me?
isn't the recognised
If a
pinnacle of
white
Islam.
priest
Saudi
was
Arabia doesn't
molesting
represent all
young
Muslims.
boys or young girls, which they have and do, give me the law in my hand, I would crucify them myself.
Wahhabis are actually a very
with
extreme proportion of Muslims. Put it that
Yeah,
way.
but you ask. So when somebody asks me a question,
Can we honestly, excuse me, can we not make this a religious talk? I really don't want this to be a religious talk.
And they spend a lot of time killing each other as well.
That's not Islam. That's individual psychopathic people.
All right.
Yeah.
Like how are you Irish?
But I am Irish.
I'm half
IRA.
Irish.
It's in
Is
the
that all
book.
of Ireland,
It's in
or
the
is that
Quran.
Christianity?
Where does it say in the Quran? Where does it say in the
Okay,
Quran?
but is the IRA Irish people or Christianity? Which one?
Because there's Protestants versus Catholics for a long time.
No, I'm Catholic.
Yeah, but which one are they following? When the IRA doesn't attack, are they doing it as an Irish person or as a Christian person?
It's certainly not Christian.
Right. When
Because
a
it's not in the
when a
book.
Muslim
But it
terrorist
is in
does
the book
something, it's not
that you
the
kill the enemy.
Right.
Kill those that hate
When
you.
it says in the Quran,
How-
if you
how do
kill
you
one
think-
man, it's like you killed all of mankind. What does that mean then to you?
And that actually is not from Islam,
It's
although
from the
they
Quran.
claim
It's from the Quran.
Yes, but it's not.
It's from the Quran.
It's in the Talmud.
It's from the
It's a
Quran.
Jewish
No,
phrase.
it's from the
It's a
Quran.
Jewish phrase.
It's from the Quran.
Schindler's List.
It's from the Quran.
Schindler's
We're not going
List.
to carry on. It's from the Quran. That's it.
All the good
Fact.
is from elsewhere and the
Fact.
bad is from
I don't want to
Islam.
hear you change your history.
No,
Yeah, you've
the
never-
Muslims are just badly thought, and
Oh, you shouldn't be.
it's a death cult, essentially. And that doesn't mean that all Muslims are bad. Of course it doesn't.
potato famine, the Irish.
But the majority
are
of
it.
does he not like
wrong in Islam.
Well, he doesn't like
A
Islam.
Muslim
he's
can't
a Muslim.
recognise that. Then he needs to read a
And
few
if you go
books
to
other than the
Drogheda in
Quran.
Ireland,
There's
you'll
something
see that
poisonous in the
they
Quran.
recognise the help. that
Any
Turkey
book,
does.
except the
oh,
Quran. Read any book. Read the bloody Beano.
The Turkish Sultan helped all the Irish in the potato
What's
famine.
what's this?
A Muslim Turkish Sultan in the potato famine.
In 1850.
Yes, he was the Turkish guy. Yeah. It was the Ottomans, right?
Abdul Majid. He was a Muslim.
So did Queen Victoria, by the way. Queen Victoria gave money.
Queen Victoria only helped.
And here's a man with a Cuban hat.
£2,000. £2,000. And then the Sultan sent £10,000. Queen Victoria's guard only allowed £1,000. So he sent 3 ships.
Because she said that's going to embarrass us.
3 ships that docked in Drogheda. Go and Google it. In Drogheda, they have a plaque saying thank you to the Turkish country.
To the
right?
Sultan.
Yes.
Sultan,
And hold on, he was a Muslim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a different Muslim than the ones
Hold on,
around
hold on.
these days, though.
So when they help you...
But this is.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. The
Hold on.
Ottoman Empire was not
Hold
some paradise.
Hold on, you
People were killed.
Hold on. You said all Muslims follow the Quran and they killed. But why didn't they kill the 2 million starving?
Are you scared I'm going to kill you?
Why are they hiding this information?
Are you scared I'm
The
gonna
Ottomans did kill
No,
thousands.
I said, why didn't the Sultan...
Why would they kill the Irish? Why would the Ottoman Sultan kill the Irish?
Well,
What's the theory? What's the theory behind this? The what?
The Protestant Christians were killing the Catholics. That's why the potato
And the Catholics were killing the Protestants as well, by the way.
Does that make it good? Is that some sort of
And I noticed you're wearing a Cuban hat, by the way.
What's wrong with
And
Cuba?
what signature is on the Cuban notes to finance minister? What?
I don't know.
Very good, Che Guevara, a murderous psychopath who was also a medical doctor.
What has my hat got to do with Cuba?
Because you're pushing
It was
Cuba.
a present. What?
His grandfather.
It was a present.
His
It was a
grandfather.
present. It was a present. From a Muslim Cuban. Now what? From a Muslim Cuban. Now what?
Che Guevara.
Do you know how many Muslims are in Havana right now? Do you know how many Muslims?
Che Guevara's grandfather was Irish, by the
Do you
way.
know how many Muslims are in Havana in Cuba right now? Do you know how many Muslims turned in West South America, Latin America? 250,000 Mexicans and Latin Americans. 250,000.
Yeah, what's that got to do with Islam?
They're Muslims.
No,
they
but
become
even,
Muslims.
even
Oh,
if
they
it-
become Muslims.
Even if you look at it historically, Christians have killed way more people than Muslims.
World War
Let's
I,
look
World War
let's talk
II,
about the
bam,
Crusades.
finished.
1099, when the Christians conquered Constantinople.
Roman Catholics.
It wasn't Roman Catholics.
Yeah.
Not a single Muslim or Jew or Christian, even the inhabitants, Christians, they were all slaughtered by the Christians from Europe.
Oh yeah,
You're talking about Islam being this murderous ideology to kill everyone.
it's in the book.
It's in the book.
Where? Can you show me?
Quran.
The Quran.
Yeah, I carry a Quran everywhere I go because
Do you have a phone? Do you have a phone? Can you tell me the passage?
Is it the same Quran that Tommy Robinson wrote?
well, I don't agree with Tommy Robinson, but
Okay.
but it's good.
you
It's good that he expresses his views,
Do you
though.
genuinely believe that all Muslim people want to kill people?
Of course not. I'm saying it's a death cult.
Would you call
I'm saying that.
Would you call Christianity a death cult?
Of course I wouldn't.
But
There's joy
but
in
Christians
No,
colonized Africa,
wait a minute,
colonized the Middle
well,
East.
yeah.
We could talk about
wait
the
a minute,
Crusades.
wait a minute. I've lived in Saudi Arabia. I know Islam at its worst,
No,
and it's
but
it's
Saudi
at its
Arabia
worst
isn't
there.
representative of Islam.
But that's what you say anyway, isn't
No,
it?
but most Middle Easters would agree with
Tell
that.
me that passage
Most Middle
was
Easters would
not
agree
in
with
it.
Yeah,
So you're rewriting
because the
Quran
Saudi boys didn't want to work. So I mean, of course, that's why I was there. Saudi boys didn't want to work. Why should they anyway?
What for Sultans?
All bloody princes. In Saudi
pay
Arabia.
your wages.
In Saudi Arabia, they're all princes. Every idiot is a prince. I mean, it's incredible. Incredible.
I agree with you, and I'm a Muslim.
it's
And
like
so
here.
would most
White
of the
people
Middle
don't
East.
work.
Most of the Middle East doesn't like
They
Saudi
signing
Arabia.
on.
You professing this
Because
idea.
they're rich. Because they're rich.
Not only that, the fact that
I know.
they're
I'm just having a laugh.
outporting this extremist Wahhabi mentality that is destroying the Middle East right now. But to put Saudi Arabia as this pinnacle of Islam right now, it's complete.
Can you
it's a
explain
complete
that
no,
to me?
it's-
What
it-
does that
it's-
mean to you?
Look, I'm not setting my. Yeah. It's from the Islamic Cultural Society, is it?
532. It says, Allah says in the Quran, whoever kills an innocent human being, it shall be as if he has killed all mankind.
That
and
comes from Judaism.
I told you he can't read.
All right, professor of all religions.
It comes from
and whoever
Judaism.
saves the life of one,
Did you ever see Schindler's List?
He has saved the
it's
life
still in
of
Islam,
all
though.
mankind. It also comes
That
from
line is in
the
Schindler's
Quran
List.
has never been
Muslim,
written.
mate, that's why.
Who was?
Schindler was Muslim.
Schindler was Muslim. Oh,
The
yeah.
Quran has never been rewritten, and it's there in the Quran.
Oh, it's wonderful, and I mean,
Yeah, so
it's
what's your point
a
now?
guide.
Do you want to focus? I know you don't like it.
Can you
but do you want to
can you
focus?
think of this country
Do you want to
becoming
focus? You don't like that one, do you? You're trying to change the subject now.
The world would be a very beautiful,
It's
peaceful
awkward, isn't it? It is an awkward one.
if everyone was to become Muslim. Because it's the only religion
on a Friday?
that teaches
When I lived in Saudi Arabia, on a Friday night after Friday prayers in the centre of Jeddah or Riyadh, they would have the amputations, even the executions, and all the local Saudis. Look, can I finish this?
Yes, Saudi Arabia is a
I see why you can't finish. And because I was white, I'd be pushed to the front because they were so proud of their judicial system. And so some poor bastard having his hand cut off.
Which is wrong.
It's wrong. Of course it's wrong.
Right,
But it's in the book. It's in the book.
But the thing is, do not talk about the Arabs' screwed up legal system when we've locked up Julian Assange in the UK.
Oh, I
who's
know.
an advocate of free
I agree.
speech. So what's the problem with your
I agree.
you're not Judaics.
We don't have crucifixions over here,
Doesn't
do
matter
we?
what you have, you've locked him up.
I mean,
and
here
he'll
you are
probably
talking
die.
about bloody Julian Assange, which I think is monstrous. And here you are
And then
saying,
we cuss the Arabs. Listen, we do
the
same
Arab,
shit in the UK.
Arabs, yeah.
The difference is I'm not blind.
They
to
have
it.
crucifixions
there.
there.
Is no country in the world today that
They
is
crucify
shut.
people. They put people
doesn't
on
matter,
crosses.
crucify. We
And
lock
here
people
you
up
are.
and let them die.
Assange is
gonna
just
die
in
in
You're
jail.
talking about Saudi Arabia, the most extreme element of Islam, Wahhabi Islam.
It is
Most
part
of
of
them,
Islam.
Wait,
It's in the book.
Wait, most of the
You
Middle
told me
East
that's not in the book,
refuses
so
to
you don't know the
exist.
book.
Refuses to accept Wahhabi Islam that is exported by Saudi
Sorry,
Arabia.
can I just say something? I just read him a quote from the Quran that he told me is not in the Quran. So you can't talk to him about he doesn't even know the book. You're talking to someone who literally has no idea what you're even talking about.
That's
No, but
select-
and also
a selected remark from the Quran, and I'm telling you, it's from the Jewish right.
the Quran too, then.
Is the Vatican the
Quran,
representative
what's the
of
problem?
Christianity?
Only
To some
of
extent.
Catholicism.
Oh, okay. So does Catholicism accept
2,000 years, by the way.
Okay, does it accept paedophilia?
Does it affect?
Accept paedophilia?
Oh
Because
yeah,
in
and
the
murder. Yeah, it affects. I mean, look at the mafia. They're all bloody Catholics, and they murder. Yeah, it does. All of that.
So Christianity
It's a very
allows,
liberal religion,
so,
Catholicism.
No, but so it allows paedophilia.
Yeah, but
It
it allows paedophilia. Yes or no?
very popular in Saudi Arabia, paedophilia.
I'm
by
not
the way.
talking about Saudi Arabia. I'm talking
That's
about
when people don't like the question, they try to go around it. Just say
No. If you're going to ask a stupid question, then it deserves to be it deserves to be answered.
It's stupid to say Saudi Arabia is the representative of all
But
Muslims
it
and
is.
all of Islam.
No,
it isn't.
You look at the mosques. Where's the money come from the mosques?
I'm a Muslim. You can't tell me.
Where do the mosques
In the
money
same
from the
way that
mosques?
EDL guy is not a representative of all the British people. I work with white people that are nothing like him.
Yeah.
So please don't
The
give me
mosques are
That doesn't matter what the-
financed from Saudi
I agree with you,
Arabia,
they
and
are.
here he's saying,
No,
"Oh
no,
yeah,
I'll
that's
accept
a
that. They are,
minority."
That's no problem. I've got no issue with accepting that. I have no issue. But Saudi Arabia is not a representative of
They're
Islam.
our allies
That is
anyway.
it.
But you
Don't worry,
take
care
it-
about the
That's a
MPs.
very good
You're
point.
right about
Yeah,
that.
we're
You're right
allies
about
as well.
that.
Don't vote
And you love them.
Conservative
You're
then.
in with the
You're a Tory
South.
member,
You're selling them
probably.
arms. Do not. The people that you're insulting are your best
You
friends.
vote Tories.
But these extremist
It doesn't matter
Muslims
the extremists. You're supporting them with
coming
weaponry.
from Saudi Arabian financed
For every
mosques.
bomb they throw, listen, maybe the British ruling elite like that because money's coming back to their country. I don't know.
Do you vote Tory?
That's an interest. I voted all parties. I used to be a member of the British Labour Party.
But do you vote Tories?
But I have voted. I've voted for Boris Johnson actually.
Okay.
That's even worse. He's a liar. Come on, that's so bad.
And his great-grandfather was a Muslim from Turkey.
Your great grandfather.
Boris Johnson's great-grandfather, his name is Kemal Ali.
That's right.
Bey,
And
he was a
do you know what happened to
and he
him?
was a Muslim.
Do you know what happened?
Of course I do.
He had his throat cut in a barber's shop because he didn't give the Muslim enough tip.
What?
Well, I might have made that. I might have made that up. But he was killed. He had his throat cut in a barber shop in Istanbul.
Do you want to talk about Christian brutality then? Let's talk about the Crusades. Let's talk about how Muslim caravans were burnt alive, including Salah ad-Din's granddaughter.
Yes, I know about Saladin being appalled at the Pope, appalled by the Westerners and what they were doing and their habits and their dirt. He was appalled by it. But he was appalled by it. But the thing was, those crusaders, they weren't priests, were they?
No,
were they monks?
No, but they were there to spread the religion of
They were
God,
there, a lot of them were
Christianity.
there to make bloody money.
No, well, actually, that's not true. Most of it was due to religion. They wanted to go on pilgrimage.
Were they being paid for the pilgrimage?
No.
These were wealthy boys then, were they?
It was mainly knights. I mean, if you read the thing that Pope Urban II revealed in 1097, it had nothing to do with money. It only had to do with religion. What did they call Muslim? Barbaric, barely men. While Muslims at the time were coexisting with Christians, with Jews, with no issues at all. As soon as the Christian crusaders came through, what happened? Pillaging, rape, burning Jews alive, burning Muslims alive. That has nothing to do with Islam. That has nothing to do with the Quran. You're talking about Islam being this barbaric religion, doing this, and this, while you're not accepting Christian brutality throughout all of history.
And what date are you talking about here?
Brutality.
What do you mean? We could talk about the siege of Constantinople, 7th of July, 1099.
1099. So you're going back to 1099 to say how vile the Christians were, which they were, I accept. Some of them were, yeah. But today, people are having their heads cut off.
And today we have
21st century, and that's not the Methodists, it's not the Catholics,
we have priests
it's the Muslims.
in the Vatican raping little boys. That is Christianity in your eyes. That's the type of
that is not equivalent.
Dude, I accept that.
Please have an equivalent argument.
People come to church, listen to the priest to learn about the religion. So if the priest is raping little children, who is the leader of the religion, as far as you're concerned,
That's the Pope.
what does that
Pope
mean?
is the leader of the
But
religion.
in the church, the priest is the leader of that church. In the church.
Do you know most of those scandals involved late teenagers, by the way, and still wrong.
I don't. Those priests do not make me think that's Christianity because I know
This was
that's wrong.
homosexuality. It was not paedophilia.
No, it is. It's
Actually, it's not.
It's
No,
little boys.
it's homosexuality.
It's underage boys.
No, it isn't.
Yes,
No, it
it
isn't.
is.
Look at the
Yes,
statistics.
it is. You love rewriting history, but we're not going to do it on this one. That's
I actually know a thing or two about history. I have to tell you.
You're making the argument at the 21st century Muslim.
Most of it is homosexuality.
Irish people
on children,
alcoholics
paedophilia.
because they were assaulted as children, as 7-year-olds.
This is
I know
this is RTE, isn't it?
No.
Look here.
What do you mean RTE? It's reality.
No, I'm talking about this is what you heard on the telly.
No, I know them. I'm half Irish.
Oh right. Oh,
Yeah.
you're half Irish. Okay.
Yeah.
This is not common, and it's a problem with homosexuality. It is not a problem with
Whether it's
pedophilia.
homosexuality,
It is.
why are they not having sex with men of consensual age? Why children? Why young boys? No, answer that, please.
It's
Answer
not.
that.
That's not common.
What do you mean it's not common?
It's
common,
not
it's
common.
widespread. Why does every pope have to deal with this issue every single reign?
Okay.
It makes no sense.
All right.
I'm not saying there's
We'll
no
get away with
homosexuality
beheading for the moment, right? We get away from beheading for a moment. Homosexuality is the problem here,
Okay.
and
why though little boys?
it's
Why?
not little boys.
It is little boys. It was.
The Cardinal Archbishop of
12,
Washington.
13, 14, they're
If
little.
they were of consent, it wouldn't have been as much of an
9-year-olds as
issue,
well.
would it? Because they consented to it.
The Cardinal.
When you're underage,
The Cardinal.
it's paedophilia.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
You're obviously focused on this subject. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you the latest scandal, a scandal a few months
And
ago
it's very
in
insulting
Washington.
to those poor little boys. No, because you're very angry. You're very angry.
No, you're just pushing out these
Because you're insulting
these
poor
ideas.
people.
Do you work in social services?
No.
So I used to. So I kind of know a bit about this subject. Right? Now, let me tell you the Cardinal Archbishop of Washington. I'm sorry if I'm shouting. The Cardinal Archbishop of Washington, Roman Catholic, right? He's just been defrocked, meaning he's not even a priest anymore.
Okay.
He's had his collar taken away by the Pope.
Okay.
And he was found out. He was a rector. He was the head of a seminary.
Okay.
And he used to fall in love is probably not the right word, but the seminarians in the place, it only came out a couple of years ago, but all the same, it's been covered up by his friends.
Okay.
This Cardinal Archbishop, I don't know if you're aware of the different, and a Cardinal Archbishop is really high, right?
Yeah.
He and his friends covered it up. He used to seduce the guys trained to be priests. But these were and it's wrong, totally wrong, and he deserves what happened to him. These were 17, 18, 19-year-olds.
Okay.
This was not sort of 5-year-old,
No, that's fine. I'm not disagreeing.
But this
with
is
what
the
you're
guy.
saying,
But they got rid of him.
But I know personally people who were assaulted in orphanages
Not all
by the
crimes are
priests
reported.
when they were younger. Okay. And
So
they were
it only
below
happened in
age.
Catholic orphanages, did it?
No, but in this situation I'm talking about.
In
it
Dublin,
was.
they're
It was
doing
violent.
inquiries
It was violent.
they're doing inquiries into the Protestant orphanages as well.
Okay.
And they're now doing inquiries into the Irish government
Okay, I'm not disputing
orphanages.
that. I'm not disputing that. But at the end of the day, it was young boys, and that is paedophilia.
That was a few.
It doesn't matter. Okay,
Look
it's
at the
few.
percentages.
It's few then.
Most of
Because he's trying to say it's not paedophilia. If you rape little boys, that's paedophilia. Yes or no? That's it.
you
That's
and
what I'm saying.
your paedophilia. Do you read the Sun newspaper by any chance?
Do you know
Because
what paedophilia
you
is?
see,
Do you know what
I
it
happen
is?
to do
So what is
know quite
paedophilia?
well.
What's
But
paedophilia?
are you a Sun reader?
What is
Because
paedophilia?
they're very keen on
What's
that.
paedophilia? What is it? Ask me. I just want to know if we know we're
It wasn't the
describing
Observer,
the
it was
same
in
way.
the Times, it
Maybe
was
that's where our
Independent,
issue
the
came
FT
from.
as well.
I'm
in
look.
quite
I'm not
of
going
a big
to
paper.
answer
No, because if you
silly
have a different
questions
view,
like
maybe
this.
that's not a silly question. What's paedophilia
The
mean to you?
problem, can you come back to what we're talking about? The problem is homosexuality. It's not paedophilia.
No,
The problem is
They
homosexuality.
like little boys.
Oh, here you
But
are.
you know what?
I don't know how many times you've
They've only
bloody
got access to boys.
But-
That's the reason why.
homosexuality, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you could rape a little girl.
Okay, but you're talking about boys in the Catholic Church or girls in the Catholic Church.
It's not rape.
SubhanAllah, the context of what you're saying, maybe that's where you get a little bit confused.
That's why I
Because
asked
the context of what you're saying,
saying.
we know paedophilia is in the
But I
children, we
need
know
him to
that.
explain that to
No,
me.
he's
Can I
saying
just
they're
finish up?
16, 17 years old,
Yeah.
18 years old. You're saying they're consensual age.
He said they're consensual.
The thing is, the access is to boys. It doesn't matter if it's boys or girls. It's still paedophilia. It doesn't matter. And so the reality of it, it doesn't matter how you're putting that down. I understand what you're trying to say.
So what age is consent then? Or is it only when the law says
No,
it?
we're talking obviously about the British law, right? The British law is 16 years old,
16,
right?
right,
Adult, right? But we also know that in schools nowadays, underage children are having sexual relationships. We know that, but that's not relevant. We're talking about where you're in a position of power and you're taking advantage
That's right,
of
that's
children.
right, that's right.
Paedophilia. This is a perfect
No.
example of paedophilia.
Yeah, but most of it is to do with homosexuality and with boys, with men, young men over the age of consent. That's what we're talking about. Don't be bringing in. Don't be bringing. And I noticed that poor English fella was getting this as well. Wasn't he?
Uncle, can you tell him where it says that you should kill people in the Quran?
The phrase was something like anybody who is against Muhammad or Islam, slay them where you shall find them.
Is that what it's
Okay, that's
No L.
nice to meet you. My name is Shamsi Nawaz.
So you're going to look it up then. Probably a Saudi financed website, but anyway, yeah.
Saudi.
He used to live in
He's in Saudi, yeah?
I used to live there
How long you live there?
for about 5 years.
Did you handle the hot weather?
Did I what?
Handle the hot weather. It's very hot out there.
No. I used to go to the white or the foreign compound and drink whiskey.
Oh, okay. So you used to hide.
And one of my friends was an ground airline engineer,
Okay.
a German guy, lived in Riyadh, and he used to make his own apple wine, German apple wine.
Special one.
In Saudi Arabia.
Special
Oh yeah,
one.
wait a minute. It was very, very strong. Apple wine. That's good. And then he went on holiday.
Not good in a way like
well, no. And if they found out, he would have had an interesting time in the Saudi jail. Because he's quite a good-looking guy. And but anyway, he was going on holidays to Germany, back home to Germany for 2 weeks. And he didn't want to throw his wine down the drain. So what did he do? He had a special pass to get through the airport in Riyadh. And he took the wine with him. He's the only guy who ever exported alcohol from Saudi Arabia. How about that?
To be honest, I'm not surprised if many things can happen anyway. What I was going to say, in the Quran, there is a verse which I respect many non-Muslims, they don't know. And this verse explains everything.
But that's only when Islam is powerful and when they have the majority.
No, it's not.
That's your talk.
Hear me. No. This verse was revealed in Medina when Islam have the power to fight everything. But Allah said, you know what Allah said? Allah said to Muhammad. No, Allah said in the Quran. Muhammad's speech is not in the Quran. Allah said, Allah doesn't forbid you to deal justly and kindly with those who never fight against you because of your religion and never took you out from your houses.
All right, okay. That's fair enough.
So this verse, which is in Medina, I understand your argument, what people say. People say when the Muslims are weak, they say all these verses of love, forgiven.
Right. That's right.
But when they have the power and authority, then they fight. No, this verse was in Medina when Prophet Muhammad had the power and authority, but yet this verse was revealed. Allah distinguishing between non-believers, or Allah differentiating the non-believers into two categories. One category tried to kill us because of our religion. Allah said to fight against them. One category, they have like normal guys. Be good to them. Be nice to them.
How about the jizya?
Okay, before we go to jizya, first of all, let's understand something. Because you have to have foundation. You know, for example, imagine there is a video. Imagine there is a video. You see a police officer punching a woman. Of course, your conclusion is going to be based upon this clip. This police officer is an evil man, correct?
Yeah.
But now I bring you the full video. When the woman, she had a knife. And now you understand it. So what people do when speak about Islam, they zoom in. We have to zoom out, look to the whole picture.
All right.
Islam is not
what
just...
happened to all the Jews and the Catholics that used to live in Medina and Mecca? What happened to them?
First of all, is that clear to you so far?
All right.
Okay. First of all,
you moved away from the 21st century. That was what your earlier argument was.
Yeah. So let me just.
No, I'm talking about poor Islam is stuck back in the bloody 6th century.
Okay, let's. Now, what you? No, you. First of all, Islam, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ came to Medina. Okay.
Yeah.
He wrote a treaty with the Jews.
Yeah.
And there was many tribes. Okay. What is the treaty? That as people of Medina, living together in harmony. Whoever comes
living in harmony with the Muslims.
Yeah. Prophet Muhammad mentioned that.
Well, that's a new thing.
No, clearly, even there's many historians, Jewish historians, in Israel, so-called Israel.
It must be. That's a very unusual situation.
I will give you a website. No. You can check it when there's Jewish historians of our time from so-called Israel. They mentioned that, and they mentioned if there was no Islam, the Jewish will be destroyed. You with me?
Well, so the Jews, so the Muslims protected the Jews.
Protected them, yes.
Yes, I've heard that actually. Yes.
Like for example, the Inquisition courts. The Catholic, they were burning the Muslims and the Jewish alive in Spain. The Jewish came to Turkey and to North Africa to get protected. Are you aware of that? Inquisition court, 1492.
Well, there's an idea about Spain that there was a golden age, 12th century or something, 11th century, golden age. With the Muslims.
Yeah, without any doubt. Muslims, Christian, Jewish live in harmony.
Except
together.
The Christians, the Catholics actually.
The Catholic, of course.
The Jews had to pay the tax.
No, everyone had to pay. Because Muslim
no, only non-Muslims had to pay the tax.
No.
That's right.
But Muslim, no, tax, brother.
No, this is a religious tax.
No, tax, look. Tax, we don't call it tax because
why? No, there was a choice. Convert, pay tax, or die.
Or die.
No, there's no leaving. There's no leaving.
What you have to understand.
There was no leaving.
Look, jizya. Brothers, you can come
in a box.
You're escorted to a safe land.
You'll be escorted to a safe cemetery.
Okay, wait. What you did, look, I have respect. I'm having a nice conversation with you. So let us carry on.
But no, I accept a few of what you said. Spain was not a paradise.
It was paradise.
It was not a paradise.
Even by Spanish historians mention that.
No. There's new books out about that.
Many books. There's many books. Historians. I'm talking about books that historians from the non-Muslims who lived that time. Not someone who came after. Okay. So my point here is, look, they live all together. Taxes called Dara ibn Arabic, which is even some Muslims had to pay it. But you're talking about jizya.
Yeah, I'm talking about jizya.
Jizya, what is jizya? Jizya came from the word al-jaza, which is a reward. What is a reward? I'm going to do something for you. Because I'm going to do it for you, you should reward me.
So your man here is right, that is about protection then, is it?
Yes, protection, yeah. But listen to this, which you don't know. Jizya. Please. You do know that
it's a good deal though, I mean, pay a few bob or be killed.
No, you're not killed, no. Woman doesn't pay jizya. Okay?
Ah, that I didn't know.
Children don't pay jizya.
Oh, well.
Old man doesn't pay jizya. A man who has sickness, permanent sickness, doesn't pay jizya.
You're all heart.
Listen. A poor person doesn't pay jizya, rather it's for the Muslim government.
What's the bloody point of a poor man paying jizya? He couldn't pay jizya.
But listen, listen. It's for the Muslim government to help him. Who did this? Umar Khattab. When a Jewish man came to him and said, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, or the leader of the believer.
Social welfare.
Yeah, he said social welfare. He said, I'm very poor, I don't have money. He said, don't worry, we help you. So this jizya is a mercy. But taxes, everyone pays taxes. Child pays taxes, woman pays taxes. And this is out of respect, uncle.
But the Christian and the Jew pays more tax.
No. Depends. But my point here is, look, what you have to understand, I want to give you a website because I can see you're seeking the truth, you want to learn, you want to study. All of us are going to learn. I'm going to give you a nice website called extremism.com. Yes?
Islam against extremism.
Islam against extremism.com.
Islam against extremism. Is this a British website? Is it?
It's a British website, yeah. Very nice. Bring all the articles and even exposes like Anjem Chowdhury, these guys, the extremists,
poor old
everything.
Chowdhury, is he still in jail? Is he? Poor old
I
Chowdhury.
wish.
No, he was a nice man.
Yeah, you like him, innit?
He was a very good-looking guy as well, by the way. But
I don't know what he's looking like.
I never thought he was a professor, though. But
He was a lawyer, then he became a liar. Okay, he never became a scholar. But out of respect, inshallah, hopefully you will carry on another time. It was nice talking to you. Take care.
Sir?
Look after yourself. All right, take
Thank
care.
you.
You're welcome. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Come take over everything from your belly.
Come, man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV.
He can't even hear what's going on. He's in a grip. What I'm saying to you is, don't address the crowd because everyone gets involved. You speak, he speaks.
Okay, my question was.
Don't address the crowd, though. Don't address the crowd.
My question was. Yes. My question clearly.
Okay, so look. I'm going to speak with you. I'm not speaking to the crowd. Okay?
No, but you address the crowd.